Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Mile High Biker. In today's video, we're going to talk about the essential gear items that you need to start commuting by bike. Riding your bike to work, to the grocery store, or even out to a restaurant can feel great. And once you have all the gear that you need to make that a comfortable experience, you can avoid all the anxiety and frustration of being in your car in heavy traffic. Alright, this first piece of gear is pretty obvious, but you're gonna need a bike. If you already have a bike laying around at home, you can start commuting on that bike. You might find out in the future that some things need to be changed, or maybe that's not the most comfortable bike to commute on, but all you need is a bike, hop on one, and start riding.
There are all kinds of bikes, and not all are going to feel great when you're commuting. Towny bikes, mountain bikes, e-bikes. The only way to really know is to start riding and figure out what your body likes. Fit is important. Try out bikes in different sizes to see what works for your body. Be careful. Bikes are a lot like clothes in that not all smalls are the same across different brands. Also, consider where you live and how far your commute is. And the terrain. Is it flat or is it really hilly? It might be the case for you that an e-bike is going to be your best option to commute around town, go to work, and not be super sweaty when you arrive.
You might want to consider some safety items as well to be essential. We're talking about a helmet and maybe some bike lights. I think lights are really important when you're out on the streets with cars. They keep you visible. And then helmets, there's lots of great options out there, even helmets that already have lights in them. Now, I'm not going to get into the debate on whether or not you should wear a helmet. Some people get pretty heated about that, especially motorcycle riders. They feel one way or the other. I wear a helmet most of the time, even though in Colorado there is no helmet law. Some states do have a helmet law, so you might want to look into that, even for bicyclists. But I like to wear a helmet, especially the one that I have with lights, again, just to keep me more visible out on the road. Most likely you're going to have to take stuff with you on your commute, and when you're riding a bike and you don't just have a back seat or a trunk to toss things in, what are you going to use? A backpack is probably the best option. You probably already have one of these lying around at home, but there's a lot of other great options where you can store things on your bike. A lot of people like to do this because it can get the weight of the items off of your body, as well as help you manage sweat. If you're not sure if you want to use a backpack or you want to get your stuff onto your bike somehow, check out this video where I talk about just that. Depending on where you're commuting to, you might have to store your bike outside at a bike rack or something, and so then you're going to need a bike lock. There are lots of different kinds of locks out there. You can also just do a padlock and a cable. You can also spend up to $250 or more on super beefy secure locks. Myself, I just use a regular U-lock, and sometimes if I want the added security, I'll use the cable as well. Something else you might want to consider is having some basic bike maintenance tools and items with you. Honestly, working on your bike isn't too hard once you learn some of the basics. At least learning how to change a tube or, fix a flat tire, that one comes up a lot. And if you can do it on your own and you already have the tools, you can do it right there on the side of the trail. You don't have to go home and then take the bike to a bike shop. You can get it taken care of yourself. Now, having said that, I do highly recommend that you support your local bike shops and definitely take your bike and get it professionally serviced and tuned up every now and then, just to make sure everything's good to go. And finally, depending on your situation, there are some other miscellaneous add-ons that you might want to have to help increase your comfort. For example, if you sweat a lot or you have a particularly long or hilly commute to work, then, I'm a teacher. I'm not going to do that kind of bike ride in my teaching clothes and get them all sweaty. I'm going to have some cycling specific clothes, which you don't necessarily have to use. You can also just use like workout clothes. Something that's real light, that's quick dry, wicks moisture away from your skin. It's going to help you manage sweat and stay more comfortable on your commute. Now, I know we've talked about a lot of things in this video. Just remember, when it really comes down to it, all you need is your bike and the will to ride. Well, there you go. Those are the essential things that I think you need to get started bike commuting. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or also share in there, what do you think is really important for your commute? What's that piece of gear that kind of makes the difference for you? So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think is vital to bike commuting, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Take care. See you in the next video.